Mainly tonight, I may be going over ground that some of you know. Hopefully, you'll pick up a few things along the way. But John was on to me 2 weeks ago, I think it was, wanting me to look at doing rivets. And I thought, well, there's not much fun in doing rivets. But I found a few little hints and tips along the way that you may or may not know. I'm going to go on to a new design. We'll stay in hybrid design. And what I'm going to do this time is very quickly, and again, it's not to scale or anything else. Whoops, missed one off. The boiler side and a pannier. I know it's not quite like that, but it shows this. Now, if you want to put a row of rivets around the side, for example, then really it's into this sketch mode. And click on that one there. Whoops, cancel a minute. On the offset, and then create your offset. There. Finish. Extrude the body. So you've got a bit of body to it. Put the sketches back on again. And whether you've got a rivet in a library is immaterial. I tend to draw them from scratch, but it's entirely up to you. So onto there, and what I'm going to do there is draw my rivet again. I'm not going to worry about the size because I want to show you how I'm doing it really. And then we can go into extrude, highlight it. Whoops, wrong one.
Would it not have been better to have made that in set of lines as a dash line? Because
well, it's yeah, no reason at all why not, Tony. Whether you use a construction line, yeah, construction line probably is a better way to go because it will work with construction lines as well. So we'll just extrude this out a minute when I get hold of it.
You can extrude it, Russ, because you've drawn it on the back face. Then you've extruded it so that line's set on the back face rather than on the front face.
No, it's on the front face.
Apologies.
It's just the way I draw.
I was just concerned about the fact that Russ was having difficulty in picking it up as a circle.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And a construction line would make that easier. I agree. So the same thing applies here. Now I'm not going to do the dome on it because you can all do domes. So the same thing now applies it to create and a pattern on a path. Again, I didn't. If you notice, I made that as a body, not a component, so I can't get it. So the thing to do there is to pick it up as the body, which is, and again, I made another fundamental mistake with it because I can't get it because I didn't create a new body, did I? So let's pull that out. I've done a join because it defaults to join and you can drive you nuts. We'll go straight to component there, which it's there. So now I can go up to create pattern on a path, component, select, path, select, and I'll do a spacing of extent. We'll do spacing. I'll do a spacing of, I don't know, 5 millimeters or maybe more than that. Let's say 15 millimeters just to give us an idea. And then I can pull that all the way around. Oops. Well, let's put a few more in there. the spacing. Where's the spacing? I've got too many in there, haven't I? Better. I've still got too many in there. Better. So you, and again, they're there now, and you can edit them to turn. And again, the same situation. You can list all the components and put them into one component, so they're out the way. You can edit them and edit one, and it edits all of them. So if we went into that face there and put a chamfer on it, they will all get chamfered. And then you can, obviously, I've got some double ups there. Obviously, when things like this, corners, you'll have to do some manual maneuvering, which is not a problem. And you can also put lines down here for your rivets and the boiler sides. So it's not just on circles, it's on flats as well. But the same technique is used. And really what I wanted to get across tonight was the fact that to create anything that you create a pattern of, you're better off using components and bodies, because if you've got components and they are all the same and you want to change one, then you change one, they all change. Whereas with bodies, they won't. You've got to go and do them individually. And also how you can combine all the components up into one. It doesn't matter with bodies, because the bodies would all be in there, so you can collapse it. But components are different in that sense.